Now let's go to Jacqui Heinrich, who is here in Chicago for a preview of President Biden's speech tonight. I think she's in the arena. Hey, Jacqui.
Hey, Lawrence. You know, Senator Amy Klobuchar said that there are going to be tears of joy when President Biden walks into this hall tonight because he, quote, literally saved democracy and beat Donald Trump. And Democrats see his decision to abandon his re-election bid as another heroic act in that effort. But for those closest to the president, tears of joy from the people who shoved him out the door seem more like tears of guilt. The New York Times columnist Maureen Dowd writes, top Democrats are bristling with resentments even as they are about to try to put on a united front at the United Center in the Windy City. The president already resented Obama for shoving him aside for Hillary, and he resented Hillary for squandering that opportunity and losing to Trump. Even though Obama tried to do everything quietly to protect his saintly status, Joe was furious that Obama was sidelining him twice. And Biden is not hanging around after his speech to take in all the tributes. He will be long gone by the time that Obama and Pelosi speak.
How are you feeling about your speech tomorrow, sir? How are you feeling about your speech tomorrow?
Meantime, we're getting a better sense of how Harris is using this convention, and it's shaping up to have a message that's light on policy and heavy on vibes, that it's time to unite and take the fight to Trump.
I mean, essentially, it's much of what you've probably heard me talk about before in terms of just what I believe to be the promise of America and the fact that we're all in this. And there's obviously a lot at stake, but there's also a lot to feel good about in terms of the future of our country.
So this is effectively a big show to say that a new leader is taking the stage with the president's blessing and all is good. Harris has already won the nomination, by the way, with the virtual ballots. This roll call vote is symbolic. So in essence, the speeches are really just a way to set the tone that it is time to move on and stop looking at the past, guys.
And Jackie, to your point about this convention is heavy on vibes, I was reading that apparently in addition to Joe Biden speaking tonight, during the week, there are going to be 5 social media influencers. And a bunch of social media influencers have wound up with credentials because, as every campaign knows, something like half of Americans get some of their news from social media, but something like a third of people under 30 get their news from TikTok. So bring in the TikTokers to make Kamala Harris look better.
Yeah, and you know what? This, I should say, is something that this administration has been doing for a while. I mean, they had a briefing at the White House with social media influencers. You recall at NATO, they invited like 20 or so to come in and cover the NATO summit. I don't know how that went over or if people watched it on TikTok, but they are increasingly aware that that's where people get their information, and they're trying to reach those voters. And some polling I saw a couple days ago shows that Harris is doing well with TikTokers, so maybe it's working, guys.
The TikTokers will do some talking. Thank you very much, Jackie.
Yeah.
I remember when TikTok was banned. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we get back to that? I mean, are the Chinese grabbing all of our information or not?
The problem
Apparently
is
not.
when you're running for the highest office in the land.
We're going to get back to it.
And your opponent is using it. You can't not be on it.
All right.
too.
So can we? We'll postpone until November. The Chinese have at it until November.
Brian, here's the scary part. Some of your kids may actually have it.
Really?
I know some of my kids actually have it.
I think I got. I don't think. Wait. I think I have one on it.
Okay, there you go. Listening to Dad.
Right.
A third of the kids.
A third of the Kill Me household.
Hey, Lauren.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.